Hey, what's up guys? Rhythm Rev here, and I sure do love animated parodies. Whether it's from the likes of classic creators like Egoraptor and Hot Diggity Demon, or newer creators like Rigmarole and Gonzo SSM. There's a certain charm that these types of videos have, but that's not always an inherent trait when it comes to all channels that specialize in these types of videos. Enter ArcadeCloud, a YouTube channel with over 1 million subscribers that posts new content nearly daily. From looking at the thumbnails, these videos might look pretty interesting and maybe even funny YouTube animations based on video games. But that's unfortunately not the case at all. ArcadeCloud is quite possibly one of the worst animated parody channels on YouTube currently. From its overabundant use of clickbait, their lazy animations, and awful writing. I've had an issue with this channel for a while now actually, and I feel like for a channel their size, not doing anything to evolve and make your content better is a huge issue for them as content producers. But enough with this opening statement, let's dive headfirst into why ArcadeCloud is the worst YouTube channel ever, in no particular order. Before even watching an ArcadeCloud video, you can still see the glaring flaw with their videos, specifically their titles and thumbnails, at least when you look at their videos tab. Since this is a uninspired gaming content channel made to appeal to the lowest common denominator of epic Despacito gamers who surf r/gaming and r/dank memes, most of their titles are actually pretty basic stuff like top 5 things we need in Fortnite. What if video games were realistic? 6 gamers every gamer will game with, and epic Fortnite animations, the animation animated. It's just the absolute cheapest way to try and maximize its appeal to as wide of an audience as possible. To be fair though, if that was the only thing that was wrong in terms of their clickbait, I probably wouldn't have mentioned it. I mean, my video titles aren't exactly winning any awards for the most amount of subtlety, and I realize that you have to play the YouTube game smart, and make sure that your title can reel in an audience. However, an even bigger disgrace is their thumbnails. Now, some of them are alright, like this one of their Waluigi and Kingdom Hearts animations, which show either stills from the animation itself, or an edited thumbnail using art of the same art style. What is absolutely atrocious, however, are thumbnails like, for example, this one. Now, I clicked on this video mainly because I was curious if they were actually ballsy enough to put in Bowsette into this animation. And oh wow, wouldn't you see it, there's no Bowsette literally in any frame of this animation. Not only that, but the video is in a completely different and arguably worse art style. It's almost like they aren't confident in their animations they put out, so they have to create these thumbnails to trick viewers into thinking they're going to watch an actually decently made animation. But hey, that's just a theory. Another really big issue with ArcadeCloud is its incredibly lazy animation. Animation on ArcadeCloud is comprised nearly completely of tweening. Now, for those of you unaware, tweening is an animation technique where certain pieces of animation are moved across the screen, squashed, stretched, or otherwise manipulated as a still image without actually drawing new frames of animation. This is seen clearly in the Nutjack, for example, as you can see here in this slowed down clip. Just about every animation made by ArcadeCloud is made completely with tweening, and I don't know if you know this guys, but tweening isn't a substitute for actual frame-by-frame animation. It's there to serve as a tool to aid animators by making small snippets of animation easier to complete. Besides the animation, the actual art of the average ArcadeCloud video is bad. Take for example their epic Fortnite series, The Squad, which, and this is putting it nicely, just looks unfinished and the character designs look like an inferior version of Brickleberry. And, hey, is that Keemstar?
Fuck this! I'm on Blog TV with my fucking hands up!
Speaking of The Squad though, ArcadeCloud has a huge issue with trying to milk the Fortnite cash cow dry. Just look at their sheer amount of Fortnite videos they've made. The art isn't always that terrible in their animations though. I mean, the Kingdom Hearts one has an appealing style and their sprite animations look pretty good. That being said, how can you screw up a sprite animation? It's not really that difficult, I mean. For a channel that has over 1 million subscribers, is it really too much to ask for some semblance of quality to be put into their content? Another part of their videos that ArcadeCloud mostly flubs is their writing. A lot of premises for these videos are completely contrived and unoriginal. Simple, predictable plots that lend themselves to the most obvious of jokes being made. I mean, isn't it just hilarious how we made an animation about Waluigi not being in Smash Brothers? Isn't that hilarious r/gaming humor for all of you epic gamers who love Nintendo and Sony and hate EA? It's totally epic, bro! Seeing as they specialize in animated parodies, you'd expect them to be at least funny, right? But even they couldn't get that right. A lot of it is obvious. Hey guys, get it? Waluigi's not in Smash! That's funny, guys! Get it? PlayStation graphics! Get it? It's Russia! Get it? Get it? It's all really cheap jokes that only a 6-year-old would find funny. You may notice that I keep saying the word specialized in this video, and that's because ArcadeCloud makes other content besides just animations. Is it any good? No. They host a top 10 show that's basically like Watch Mojo Gaming, except even more boring. How do you even do that? Like, there's literally nothing wrong with that series, but at the same time, it fails to do anything to even be remotely interesting. It's consistently below average and boring, and at the end of the day, isn't that kind of worse? It's ironic that in their worst video games ever list, they criticized Ride to Hell Retribution for its bad voice acting when their own voice acting can be just as bad. They also have this one series that is somewhat of a hybrid between their animations and list videos. Their X Thing and X Minutes series, where they describe in detail the chronological lore of a video game or TV series, like this one they did on SpongeBob.
You back me formula, but I'm dummy thick, so the clapper.
This is ultimately the worst of both worlds, as not only does it contain the lackluster animation of their parodies, but it also has the uninteresting writing of their list videos. They mostly describe relevant points like when a character is born, when they meet, and when the series' premise came to be, but at the same time, they like to diverge and describe in great detail the entire plot of any extra canon media tied to the series, such as in the SpongeBob video where they describe literally everything that happens in each movie. Once again, it's just dumbed down, inoffensive content to try and appeal to as many people as humanly possible. I understand wanting to entertain people with what you produce, but when it lacks any soul or risk, then all you have is bland, lazy content that is devoid of any artistic merit. What really inspired me to make this video was this of theirs, though. What if Mario Party was a reality show? I had been bombarded by this video in my recommended feed when it came out, and back then I was unaware of the not interested option, so I figured the only way to make it go away was to watch it. And unfortunately for me, this video suffers from literally everything I've mentioned in this entire video so far. The thumbnail is in a different art style than the animation. It showcases a shower scene between Luigi and Peach that, spoiler alert, never happens. The animation and art is abysmal, and the writing is lousy, because jokes about Luigi being in love with Peach is totally original and has never ever been done before, am I right, epic gamers? The odd but unsurprising thing is that ArcadeCloud is actually like an actual business, sort of. As you can see from this fine print right here, they are part of Omnia Media, a company similar to a multi-channel network. They've been closely associated with many YouTubers ranging from iDubbbz and H3H3 to Kwebbelkop and SoFlo Antonio.
I won't lie.
Omnia Media is even partnered with large corporations such as Capcom, Hi-Rez Studios, and Disney XD. I don't know what they find so funny. Like, no joke, they have The Squad episodes on my cable box. Here's proof. Show me funny Fortnite animation.
As you can see, we're the real. Let's see some cuts from our art department. Think about it.
It's literally right here.
Good. Now go.
This is a legit thing. ArcadeCloud isn't just a group of talentless animators trying to scrape by, which I had originally thought at first. Instead, I believe it's run by Omnia Media itself, who then pay for the cheapest animators that they can get to do the bare minimum of animation for them. Pay the least amount of money to ensure you get a substantial amount of profit. To be fair, I can only theorize about this. I don't really have any proof necessarily. But since they have not employed any really notably good animators like the people who work on Mashed, I can only infer that this is the case. Another kind of tricky thing about ArcadeCloud is that some of their videos are user submitted, so in that respect I can't really distinguish the user submitted content from the lazy animations that ArcadeCloud pays for. There really isn't any difference in quality. They have even employed the YouTube channel SmashBits Animation, another bad parody channel. Originally this was meant to be a video where I talked about both SmashBits and ArcadeCloud, but after I begun researching SmashBits, I could see that not only were they easing up on their clickbait, but their animators, for the most part, expressed a liking to their work with the team. In addition, behind the scenes footage of the team actively shows that it's run by basically a small team of animators mostly trying to do their best and trying to actively connect with their audience. Their goal is to clearly entertain their audience, unlike ArcadeCloud, who clearly are doing it for that sweet, sweet ad revenue. Their titles and animations still suck though. And because I know someone is going to say it, no, I don't claim to be superior at art or animation than anyone else I've mentioned in this video. I've only been drawing for about 3 years now and I've barely done any animation, but these guys probably have a lot of experience. But what good does that experience necessarily do if you don't utilize it to make the best products you can? I'm hoping that anyone who works for ArcadeCloud/Omnia Media can watch this video and perhaps understand the overwhelming amount of glaring issues that their channel has. I really do mean it when I say that it may quite literally be the worst animation parody channel on YouTube. On a different note though, I hope you guys like this video about me rambling about another YouTube channel, and I've really griped for this one for nearly 3 years at this point. Do you agree with my opinion? If not, then screw you. I'm Rhythm Rev with Watch Mojo, signing off. Have a good day.